Fuck attraction. No, they don't want you.
So if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated.
You have already fucked yourself up enough. I'm trying to help you dig your way out. But if you really want me to, I'll finish it on my own. Well, where would you rank yourself?
Okay, 8.
Because you start that shit, I'm going to get real raw with you.
But it's the...
I'm going to get real raw with you. Check that shit.
No, ma'am. You are danger.
Welcome back to Masculine Academy. Buckle up for 1 full hour of Kevin Samuels destroying delusional women who think attitude and independence make them high-value wife material. Stay locked in for the whole ride. It's brutal but eye-opening. Hit that like, subscribe now, drop your favorite moment in the comments, and go support Kevin Samuels' original channel to keep his unmatched legacy alive. Let's get into it.
How could I juggle it with getting a high value man back that I felt like I lost because I wasn't in therapy. I wasn't ready, and he called it out. He said I needed to get therapy, and I really want him.
Okay. It was ended. He said that you need to get your stuff together.
Yeah, he said literally, I need to get therapy.
Have you done that?
Yes, I've been in therapy from that time. So yes,
All right.
I'm
All
still
right.
in therapy.
When was the last time you spoken to this man since your breakup?
I haven't, just over a year since that time, but it's since all that has passed. And I felt like I lost him. I moved on, and I got married, but I don't want to be with
You
him.
got
I
married?
wanna- Yeah.
You currently married?
Yes. I'm
Oh.
married, yeah.
No. Mm-mm. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Ma'am. Are you trolling me?
No, I'm not.
You
You
broke
know,
up. This guy called it out, and and you said you went and got in therapy, and you're married, and you're actively on a platform with 1 million folks actively talking about leaving your husband to get back with your ex.
because he's high value.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you, ma'am. I've heard some pretty interesting things in a year and a half of doing this show. But you probably have to be probably the worst woman I've ever spoken to.
What? Wow.
Yeah. I've heard a woman that actually was going to leave her, but at least she waited for her husband to be in remission before she left him. I was hoping you were trolling, but the more you talk, the more realistic you are. So I honestly hope whoever knows this woman's husband, make sure he watches this video.
Because you said men put you through a lot. The men that's out here in the world, you don't know them.
But when I say that, it's because I'm going off by experience, so I know what
Exactly. Your experience. Your experience. That's a man you dealt with. I'm talking about the men in front of you. You have no experience with them. So you want to be picky with these men because the men you've experienced put you through a lot. That's your problem.
But they're usually all the same.
So maybe the ones you date are.
Maybe. There's not many options. That's another thing.
Oh, there are plenty of options. 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% of them middle class. See what they're not.
But a lot of them are ugly.
Oh, no. First off, check that. Because you start that shit, I'm gonna get real raw with you.
But
I'm gonna get real raw with you. Check that shit. Because I have not made any presumptions about looks or anything with you, so I'm not gonna let you insult men.
You can't. I look a mess now, but I don't think I have to settle with a man that I don't find handsome.
Let's do it. What would you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot use 7.
A 10.
Oh, poor baby. Now let's try this again.
So I'm
You are not the most beautiful woman in the world. Cosmopolitan ain't trying to get you to be on the cover people ain't deemed you one of the most beautiful women in the world. So let's go.
So what would you rate me?
I asked you, since you want to bring looks about men into it, I'm asking you, what would you rate yourself? And the first thing out of your mouth was a lie. A 10. You ain't nobody's 10.
What you say?
First thing you came out of your mouth, you said you're a 10, and you're not a 10.
My face is not a 10? I don't have no makeup on, and my hair is not done, and this is all real hair.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right.
I think I'm definitely a 10.
Cool. I bet you do. So when was the last time you did any runway modeling or print modeling?
I've never been involved in that.
Why not? 10s, that's what 10s do.
Not all 10s.
Oh, yeah. Not all 10s, but you know what? You live in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. See, when you're a 10, people discover you at the bank, at the bodega, at the gym.
That happened when I was younger. My father.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to keep on moving. You're not a 10. You're living in, and a lot of you ladies just say this shit because
I'm not a 10.
Like, you're not. You're not a 10.
What would you rate me as? Face?
I'm not going to, no, you're not a 10 because you're rating yourself up there with Rihanna and Halle Berry when she was young. That's what you're rating yourself. Up there with Diane Carroll. That's what you're rating yourself.
What you mean?
Charlize Theron. With Halle Berry in the 90s. Charlize Theron, Diane Carroll. You're ranking yourself up there with the Rihannas of the world. That's where you're ranking yourself.
You've seen Rihanna without no makeup, right?
I see you. You cannot have it all. Men aren't supposed to be the attractive ones. You are.
Mm-hmm.
Men are supposed to be the providers, protectors, prophet, priests. That's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to be the cute one of the group. You are. You're supposed to be the feminine, beautiful, inspirational one, the cooperative one, the submissive one. That's what you're supposed to be. But yet, many of you ladies want men to be women, and it don't work. And I'm talking to a woman who's already got a child from another man. And you're talking about being picky.
But you know, that goes by natural. That's natural for me. I've tried to settle for a man that wasn't physically attractive.
Settle. Did you go to college?
Yeah, I have my master's degree.
Okay.
I'm a PhD.
Let me explain something to you. You don't need to settle for a man who's an average man or better. I don't know why you have to keep somebody settled. Somebody will settle for you.
You know, I want to be married or whatever. I want to be in a relationship, but I feel like maybe I'm a little too picky.
Okay, how tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
Dress size?
I'm like a 4. I recently had surgery, so I have like
What kind of surgery?
I don't want to blast myself. You got like 6,000.
Okay. How much? What's the most you've ever weighed?
Share.
What's the most you've ever weighed?
150 pounds.
What's the average black man make in this country?
You said 50,000. So.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's 42, but 50 is still. I mean, how old are you again?
28.
Uh-huh. Have you ever dated a man making $150,000 a year?
I have.
How long ago was that?
I mean, most of them.
Hold on. When I say date, I mean serious. Did you just roll your eyes?
You said what?
Did you just roll your eyes?
No. I was thinking. I was thinking.
Okay. When I say date, I meant y'all were Facebook, this is my man, he's claiming you. I'm not talking about he's got another girlfriend, y'all monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever dated a man making that kind of money?
Yeah, the last guy I dated.
How long did you guys date?
We were friends for a while, and
how long did y'all date?
For like a year.
All right. And why didn't that go anywhere?
He I think because of his earning potential, he got I feel like, so he was like a plastic surgeon, and I feel like so we started dating when he entered residency, and like I just feel like he got big headed. Like he realized like all the women that were chasing him, and he's like,
no. No.
I guess
No, listen. Okay, listen. Excuse me?
We had a difference in values.
Well, not really, because you're talking about the way he started looking at his potential the same way you rolled your eyes and I said, black man made 40,000.
No. Like so he started saying like he wants to have like a polygamous family, and he don't believe in like he just the things he.
And if that's what he wants, he can get it.
And he can. I'm
right.
believe he can.
Because why? Because he's in the top 8% of black men and top earners. And you ask me, man, you got to rank yourself. Where would you rank yourself?
I mean, I think I'm like a 7.
I don't do 7s.
You say you don't do 7s?
No.
What is that like? What does that mean?
You can't use 7 because everybody wants to use 7. 0 to 10, you can't use 7. Now you gotta see why I don't use 7 because everybody wants to use 7 as a safe number.
Okay, 7.5.
No version of a 7.
Okay, 8. Okay, 8.
Okay. You all right now? I'm gonna say something. Okay. Maybe that's just expressive, but if you're doing all that shit with your face, I'm gonna tell you to get up off my phone. It's not cool, young lady.
I'm just an expressive person. It's not disrespect.
Yeah, it is. You wouldn't do this shit in church or in the college class.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, you asked me for my professional advice, so can you respect the platform?
I sure can.
Thank you. An 8. You give yourself an 8. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Who else would you rank in the 8 category as far as like famous people? Musicians, movie stars, that kind of stuff.
Okay. An 8 as a famous person?
Mm-hmm.
Like in like a ratio, like not
like Beyonce's an 8.
No, Beyonce's not an 8.
Who's the image consultant in real life?
Oh, okay. So you think Beyonce's an 8? I think Beyonce's a 10.
No, she's not.
Okay.
Beyonce's an 8. Kelly Rowland would be a 9. And Rihanna, even with her big forehead, would be a 10.
Okay.
So by giving yourself an 8, you put yourself in the category where Beyonce is.
Okay. So I'm not an 8.
Are you in the category with Beyonce?
I mean, no.
This is one of the major issues. You ladies don't know how to rank yourself. So when somebody like myself comes along with the truth, most people in my profession would give Beyonce an 8. And many black women will give her a 10 because you guys want to give yourself higher numbers. So are you in her category or not in her category?
Nah, I'm not Beyonce.
Okay. I mean, we're talking about just from the face.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then what would you give yourself if you understand Beyonce as an 8?
Okay, maybe I'm like a 6.
Which is closer to reality. Because by giving yourself an 8, you automatically put yourself in the pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous of all women across the world. And I'm sorry, at 28 years old, your lived life has told you that you're likely not there. If you're wanting a man who's going to be in the top earners of black men,
mm-hmm.
that's an extremely competitive place to be. I said that's 2% of men. Most people are normal people.
My parents worked hard and they afforded a pretty decent life for me. And they came here as immigrants and they weren't rich. So the idea that I have to
all right, but the difference is you're not them. You were born with Western sensibilities. Man.
But what I'm saying is
okay. All right. Listen. Where do you live?
I live in Atlanta, Georgia, but
you live with your parents?
Yes. I live with my parents.
Why?
To save money to build my business.
Okay. So have you ever lived on your own?
Yes, I did.
All right. So you live with your parents to build your business. So if somebody's making $80,000, you would be okay with the man making half of what you're making.
I would be okay with the man making half of what I'm making if he had a plan and a vision for it.
See, guys, this is what always comes down to. I'd accept it as long as he had ambition. See, this always comes down. Listen, no. We know where this goes, man. Something's wrong with your speaker. Okay. No, the average black man in this country earns $42,000. There's no more money. There's no more ambition. There's no money tree. There's no side hustle. That's what the French toast they earn. Half of the men earn that.
I mean,
can you listen and understand that?
I do understand. I completely understand.
And then the men that earn more than that want a hell of a lot more, like your ex-boyfriend who told you, oh, I'm an above average earner. I'm going to go get the moon and the stars because most guys earn less than me.
Okay, so then can I ask you a question?
Listen, the men that you want, the income, the lifestyle, no matter how you want to slice it, how you want to pretty it up. This is not my first rodeo. Please stop looking in the comment section. Look ahead in the thing. When you're looking down there, it looks like you're not looking here. When you're, at the end of the day, man, you can pretty it up, but you want a certain kind of lifestyle. It's a white collar lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So let me ask you this. Can I ask a question? If that's okay. Can I? So for women who have realistic goals, who maybe, like, I guess what I'm trying to say, is it okay to want a man that has a average earning potential and you guys are able to build to have more in the future? Like, I feel like you kind of, I feel like sometimes you kind of discuss.
No, you're not the builder. That's why I stopped you. No, you roll your eyes one more time and I'm going to hang this shit up. I don't do that, young lady.
Okay.
I don't know what the French toast is wrong with you. But you know what I do know? Is this how you act on the phone? You are a trip in a relationship. And I've tried to be really nice to you. For acting the way you do, bucking your eyes and shit. This is live. People are looking.
Okay, so I'm going to get off live because I feel like you're being a little outrageous. But thank you so much.
Yeah, you don't come over to somebody's place playing games. Bottom line is, all you women, he's so rude. No, women like her are rude. You come over to somebody's business, bucking your eyes. That's another woman for whom the average earning man would not be good enough. See, what I want for you ladies is to start understanding every time a woman says that they need a man in the top 15, top 10, top 5% of earners, they are telling the rest of men you're not good enough. Well, if they can say that, that's fine. But they're going to have to be able to live up to that. Y'all don't seem to have any problem with women having a standard. But when the man comes along and says, well, guess what, man? You know, you saw her have a fuller face. And I'm like, all right. Men who earn the kind of money you're talking about are going to get women who have room to grow. Staying at your mother's house, owning my own business. It's too much attitude. Too full of yourself. That young lady was very full of herself. She may not have been acting all over the place, but she was very, very full of herself. It's a lot of ego. And that does well for when y'all are talking y'all's diva, queen, boss stuff, but it does not work well for the kind of men that women say they want. So, if you think this is rude, then now stay out of here, man, because this is how men talk. I've said it. Men are not going to talk to you like we're women. This is my platform. And when I've had enough of somebody acting immature, childish, goofy, I'm going to call it out. And if that's rude to you, don't come back. That's what I said on Clubhouse. Women are used to one way of aggression. You're used to women being able to act a complete ass. And men are just supposed to take it. Men are supposed to let women just say whatever, do whatever. And just because they're not screaming or raising their voice, we're just supposed to let you do it. No, absolutely not. And the bottom line is, she rated herself an 8. She thinks she's pretty. Okay. She's cute. She's cute. But you're not at the Beyonce level. You're not 8, 9, and 10. Life has shown that. You're at the 5, 6 area. And because I could not get an accurate estimation of her physique, I will give her the benefit of the doubt and say that she had an average physique. But I do know with such a full face, men tend not to be drawn to full-faced women. Especially if, for lots of reasons. So at what point do you ladies feel like you're going to have to start making... See, the problem we've gotten to is so many women feel like they're settling for being realistic. An average man is nothing to settle for. I got news for y'all. An average man is nothing to settle for. And I'm tired of hearing y'all talk about you'll be settling for that. You don't settle for an average man. You settle for a below average man. An average man is a catch. Just like an average woman is supposed to be the prize, right? But tell me about what the men that you want from a woman. Run that resume down.
And they want all the qualities that I have.
Well, then you should have no problem.
That's what I'm saying. I should have no problem.
But apparently that's not what they want. That's what you want. What about what he wants? See, okay, let's say this. How much money would you want your husband to really earn annually? To live the life you want, to eat, travel, hair, makeup, shopping, caring for family. Come on, give it to me. Don't hide it.
$500,000.
All right. What percentage of men earn that?
Very little.
What percentage?
No. I mean, if you're talking all races, I would think.
I just said what percentage of men earn that?
Oh, maybe like, 7% or something? Not 1%. 1%? Okay.
Well, then why aren't the men who want that approaching you? Because they do exist.
They do. Are they still playing games? Maybe they're out here just...
No.
They're the ones hoeing it up because it's not me.
No. See, and this is what I find interesting. You ladies always go to, well, even if they are there, they got to be doing something wrong because it's all right with me. Do you make room for the possibility maybe they're just reading that you're not what you say you are, even though that's what you want them to believe?
I mean, I can't read minds, but maybe.
Well, but the only other way it works in your world is, yeah, they exist, but they're out there playing games. And it's always a problem with the men. It's never right here.
Not all of them. I'm just saying the ones that come in contact you that do approach, and I'm hoping that they're intentional with that approach.
Well,
But
I'm not. But see, the thing is, what I'm saying is the men that approach. I'm not saying that all the men who approach you I'm not saying you're being approached by the kind of men you want. I'm saying, why aren't you being approached by the men you want?
I am being approached by the men that I want, but I feel like they're out there playing games. But also, we're in a different realm. We're talking like the athletes and the people that I'm on the scene with. So
yeah, I don't concern myself with athletes and entertainers. I know the lifestyle. I don't concern myself.
Right, and that's, I think, usually where I'm in the event.
Well, then you get what you deserve. Then you get what you deserve. If that's what you're dealing with, you get what you deserve. You know what comes with their lifestyle. I'm talking about the people who actually have to go make their money. You just said, this woman, ma'am, you want a man who's making $500,000 a year, and you're attracted to, and he doesn't want kids.
I do want kids.
Okay, and to be a questionable mother mess. And the point is, ma'am, what you're basically trying to get the audience to accept is these men don't exist. And I've showed over and over for months and months they do exist. They just don't want women like you. And that's not an insult.
Or they're not women like me.
No, they don't. No. See, the thing is, this is what you just said. They're not ready for women like you. There's always a deficit on the men's side. No, they don't want you.
Those men do not want me. But when they
approach,
and here's the thing. Listen, me and asking me to marry them. And
listen.
But then when we sit around and I'm out and about, like, what?
She's not now. Now your ego's involved. Listen.
No.
You ladies control access to sex. We control access to relationship. So you can say whatever you want. We control access to relationship, and they don't want it with you, and they're going to get it from another woman. Fuck attraction. You're supposed to be attractive.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care about your attraction. I don't care about love either. Why do you women think you get it all?
Supposed to settle for a regular type dude.
Overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
Average.
So why should you get anything then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
Man, you got 2 children. And you said you are 6. I give you 5, 6. Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you?
Look, I didn't say
I'm asking. Would you say that you're a woman that's in high demand or most wanted?
I mean, I could be. I mean,
you could be. So okay. So listen. Hold on. Ma'am, you're 37 with 2 children. Where in the world do women who are average to above average, average to cute, who are a little overweight with 2 kids, where are these women in high demand?
So if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one.
I've been dating this guy now who's pretty high value. And we've been talking.
How old is he?
He's 51.
And what makes him high value?
He owns his own car dealership. And he has multiple businesses. He owns houses. Right? He's doing pretty good for himself. He's probably not rich, but
ma'am, being high value is more than just money. He's a mover or shaker, a most eligible. Okay, man, but these men don't settle. They don't settle. They don't get women who are. There are men on YouTube right now saying, I don't know what I'm talking about being high value. But here's one thing that they do agree with me on. They don't take a woman with children. They don't. I've had men who vehemently disagree with me on a lot of things. They don't listen to me, but unanimously, we don't take another man's children because that's not even in their mindset. They don't. So you ladies can call it what you want. And I'm thinking, how long have y'all been dating? I said seriously, but considering you to be a wife in 2 weeks, ma'am. Yep.
Not only am I a social worker, I am a female, and I do work with a lot of single women that I have seen.
A lot of single women who choose to marry before they carry, do things out of order, and you don't get the father's story, right?
I'm speaking about dating, Mr. Samuel.
No, ma'am, I'm speaking about you're trying to set the table in a bullshit way. Do these women in social work come in here and they're married women who have children as a result of marriage and their husbands are still around?
Some, yes, sir.
Some, what percentage? 1 in 4 Black women were married. Careful.
Married about 6%.
So 94% of these women aren't.
Yes, sir.
So when you say some, I don't understand why y'all do that. Some, if your kid came home and said, Mom, here's my grade, and he gave you an F minus, he said, boy, you didn't get nothing. What did you do? You got an F minus? I got some of them right. You got 6 right, but you got 94 wrong. You'd be like, oh, okay, so you got all right. No, ma'am. You are danger. And you advise other women?
I do. Absolutely, yes. I do. Absolutely, yes.
Ma'am, you really shouldn't have said that.
Why? It's the truth. I wouldn't lie to you. It's the truth.
Because you shouldn't be advising anybody. This woman actually says men pick women based upon money. Then if that's the case, why do women who have PhDs and MBAs and everything else, why aren't they married? Especially in our community. Because we got the most educated women, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why do we have the lowest marital rate?
Sometimes
one in four Black women will marry anybody. Not just black men. 1 in 4 Black women will marry in their lifetime. So you can't make it a Black man issue. If men excuse me, you're not gonna fucking put this on Black men. I will destroy you if you try that shit. I said okay, as long as you don't try that, we can have the conversation, but 1 in 4 Black women will marry in their lifetime. If we have the most educated, meaning making money and education, then why are they the least married? If men choose women based upon status.
Some women are very busy. They have busy schedules. Some educated women have very busy schedules. So they really don't have time to date.
Some. Talk to me about, excuse me, ma'am. I don't want to talk about, see what you do is when you start losing an argument, you start to deflect to the minority. Talk to me about the majority. 50% of the women in question who are educated, but yet 1 in 4 were married. Don't talk to me about some. Talk to me about the majority. Why are 1 in 4 marrying? And actually, the marital rate drops as Black women go up in education and up in income, which is an up in status. Why does marriage drop? Don't tell me about the ones that are some that are too busy. If men pick women based on if men pick women based on status, why are these higher status women more unmarried?
I believe that they get to the point where it's like, I've been single, I've been alone by myself, or while they're getting their education, they're dating, but it's just not a connection.
Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Ma'am, you just contradicted your own point and you won't stop. You do realize this is why so many young Black men are in jail, because they go off on their feelings based upon their facts.
Mm.
But then you sit around and turn around in the same group of women talking about Black men can't produce. You don't make enough money to provide. But you, ma'am, are the kind of woman that raises a boy to go off of his feelings. His strong gut. How do you think that's going to set your son up to compete with men of other races?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
How old is your son?
12.
When the fuck do you think you should start thinking about it? I'm not being funny, man. I'm trying to talk to you seriously. You're raising a 12-year-old black boy. And you're telling everybody in here that I'll raise him to believe in his gut over things that he can see is true. And you want him to go out into that dangerous world. What's going to protect him if his senses and his logic doesn't? What's supposed to protect him?
Morals, values.
Feelings are not morals. You keep calling things morals. These are feelings. You're not supposed to emotionally respond. You're supposed to intellectually react. And you guys wonder why we have so many emotional young black men, because this is their mother. And they make it sound like a virtue, morals. This isn't morals. It's illogical, feelings-based thinking.
What's wrong with having emotions? What's wrong with acting?
When it is opposite to observable, verifiable truth, facts. This is where that Maury Povich shit, where boys are going, and Maury recognizes that you're not the father, and these mothers tell these boys that you're going to stay in that child's life. You've been there for the first 2 years, and we're going to raise it. This is the pathology. Thank you, man. Have a good evening. Goodbye. Okay, so let me just go ahead and net it out for you. You ready?
Uh-huh.
The guys you want aren't asking you out. 35, 13-year-old son with a sketchy father. Why would a man who's in the top 10% of earners, who women across the country want that?
Because I have a lot to offer.
What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So,
did you, I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest.
So what is your advice for women that?
All right, I'll tell you my advice, man, because you're not listening to me. This is why I always recommend you need therapy. People think most of us in the Black community need therapy, but you're not dealing with reality. Because you seem like a sweet woman, but you're not getting it.
You're being so mean.
I'm not being, don't tell me I'm being mean. I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle the goddamn truth. You called my show on a day that you ain't even supposed to be here. And I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you. And I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone. Keep your ass at home. Don't take his money. Ask all the questions you need to do. Because if you go out with us, we're expected to smash.
Okay, look it. I'm gonna give you an example. I have dated and dealt with people that I didn't actually were attracted to them when I first met them. But as I got to know them, I did become attracted to them. So that can happen too. You know,
this is what women do. They play games with the possibility of sex. The guys you went out with, were you paying all the bills? Were you paying for everything? 100%? No.
No.
Then it's bullshit.
It's bullshit. I mean, you sitting there
Not
saying,
saying that not saying that I expect for them to pay all the time, because I'm a nice girl. I'm from California. You know, we're
has nothing to
not
do with
as
being there. It's not, no. Look, did you grow up with your father?
my father died when I was 11 years old.
Well, you should have heard this somewhere in your life. Don't accept nothing from a man that you don't expect to do something for.
Yeah.
So what you're talking about, what you're talking about, no, see, this is why so many women in your age range are going to be destined to be alone, because you're still trying to pretty it up. What you did was you ran game, you hustled, and you deceived dudes. And then you wonder why these guys get out here and become mean and fuck boys. Because they run into women like you playing games.
Okay, so from here
what's wrong with being upfront and saying, I'm not sexually attracted to you, I'm not going to go on a date with you? What's wrong with just doing that?
Nothing, because sometimes, you know, I mean, I'll just say, no, thank you, I'm not interested. I say that. And some guys, they might be mad.
Now.
But
you didn't do it then.
I didn't know how. I didn't have the knowledge to do that.
Okay, but you did know they wanted to have sex.
Yes. Who doesn't? I mean, it's kind of like.
But you weren't. That's the point.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Well, see, that's the point. See, I want you guys to understand. Women know we want to have sex. They want to have sex. But see, what they do is you sit around and say, well, he accepted the date. He didn't have to do it. If you had a son, would you want somebody to treat your son that way?
No, but I would.
Then that's it. There's no but. See, anything you say before but is bullshit. Are you a trophy wife?
I can be.
I didn't ask, can you? Are you a trophy wife?
Definitely I am.
What would you rank yourself? Just your face, fresh face out of the shower.
Well, I'm fresh right now, so I'll say like an 8.
An 8? So you put yourself up there with Beyonce?
Yeah. Okay. I'm a little bit younger than Beyonce, and I still look like I'm in my 20s.
So, again, you're Monique. You think that a man, just because you're natural and you're cute, what else could he want? All right,
have a bachelor.
Hey.
Okay.
So, do you plan on homeschooling your children?
No.
I don't private school or public school?
Probably private.
Okay. So, do you plan on having a housekeeper?
Definitely.
A maid?
I have one now.
So, you're gonna have someone else to help prepare meals too?
No, I cook really well.
So in other words, all you're going to do is incubate a child.
No. You think that sounds so fun?
Well, if you weren't famous before, you are now.
You said she belongs to the street. Look it.
What kind of professions would a man need to have to make $400,000 or more legally? At 36 years old and a college graduate, you should be able to focus and answer that question.
Probably a barber that works on set. You know, it's just different. It just depends on what level you on of your profession. Period. You could be a barber and you could a barber off.
So I want you guys to understand. Ma'am, do not overtalk me. What the fuck is wrong with you? I've asked you that so many times.
I want you. Okay, I'm answering the question. You get it,
but you cannot overtalk me.
Okay, I'm listening now.
Man, you're talking about lawyers, teachers, cannabis, and a barber. only one of those has the potential of really doing that consistently. And that's only some sort of attorneys. And my point is, man, if you can't identify the professions that a man must have, how are you going to identify which men you need to put yourself in front of? Since you said you're putting yourself out there more. You can't even tell us what professions.
I just did.
No, you really did. Because in the comment section, you don't see all these hearts going up.
I don't see anything.
I'm in the comment section when this video is over, and you hear people talking about a teacher or a barber making $400,000. They're not going to be very. Please, man, stop. I'm trying to help. Stop.
Okay.
Your own manual labor at your house, man. But I'm asking you, have you ever had to work with heavy machinery?
To a lesser degree, but if I needed to,
Such as, give me an example.
I worked a job back home in a bakery where I was dealing with heavy machinery in the bakery.
What kind of machinery, man?
I mean, anything that had to do with industrial baking.
Okay, so no offense, but in a kitchen.
Pardon me?
No offense, but it's in a kitchen, industrial baking.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, but what I'm talking about, man, is I'm talking about
You're talking about construction.
I'm talking about power plants, power grids. I'm talking about refineries, oil wells, oil derricks. I'm talking about heavy machinery, backhoes.
Of course.
Things that, hold on, listen. I'm talking about the things that negate physical advantage that men have.
Right.
And you cannot tell me you can train a population of women to get them up to speed to do the job at the level men are doing it before women start to die off. If you understand how this country is run, how the power grid is laid out, if you understand how the logistics work, when Corona came around, one of the biggest concerns were that the medication flow was going to stop because we have a one-drop logistics chain. We don't have much for disaster recovery. Why do you think you didn't see toilet paper and water? Because all of the logistics broke down. People went and bought all of the stuff. There was no more stuff. I get that women have the mental ability to do it, but how long do you survive without clean water?
Can we take a step back in your argument? Because what you're saying is that physically women don't have the capability to maintain and sustain the development that's been built by men, correct?
Yes.
Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, you don't.
Okay, so that's where I disagree with you. And I disagree with it because I will say there's a caveat to this. I'm the youngest of 5 kids. There's 2 sisters, 2 brothers.
Now, where are you going to disagree on the fact about the physical strength?
That it is very possible. So my disagreement is that it is very possible for women to sustain physically an environment that men have built without men.
No, ma'am. You said you disagree with the notion of the strength difference between men and women.
Yes,
listen. No. You can overtalk me. I don't do that. Okay. The average hand strength of a man to a woman is like a 17 or 70. I forget them. It's magnitudes larger for a man versus a woman. In the fire department, to be able to be a fireman, you have to be able to do a 200-pound dead man's carry. Did you watch the beginning of this show?
I did.
Women fail the test, the physical readiness test. No, you can't overtalk me. Women fail the physical readiness test 65% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what exercise they failed? You want to know what exercise they failed? Hanging from a pole, hanging from a chin-up bar, pulling your knees to your chin. That's what the women failed. It wasn't lifting heavy weights. It was moving their own French toast body weight. Go, after the show is over, and go to Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Go look for a series called The Island by Bear Grylls.
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
All right, in season 2, if you watch it, you saw men and women. The producers came out and said they manipulated the environment because women were dropping like flies. Mm-hmm. Women, for the audience, these people start off on the islands. They have a few matches, knife, a little bit of string, some fish hooks, some things like that, and 2 large canisters to actually purify water. 2 for everybody. What did the women do? Women actually found a pig. Not a pig. Yeah, when they finally decided, they found the pig. They found the pig, but they named the pig.
Mhm.
They named the pig and didn't want to kill the pig.
Right.
But when they finally decided that they needed to kill the pig and
They
eat
went to a
something,
man.
they finally decided they killed it. And guess what? Where did the women, after they gorged themselves, what they decided to do with the meat? They decided to put the meat into one of the water canisters to store it, to keep it from bugs and pests and everything else. And guess what happened? Bacteria, everything set in. They went and opened the water canister and it was putrid. What did these women do? They took the putrid canister and put it in the river and left. They cut their water supply by half and damn near died of dehydration.
Yeah.
They had to go back 4 days later after the rescue team came in and said, ma'am, you can't survive. You can't make enough fresh water on this island. There's not enough. You can't capture enough. You need to go take that canister, clean it out, and use it to boil and purify water. If they hadn't been told that knowledge, they'd all be dead. That is irrefutable.
So I have enough respect for you to say this. Don't you think, though, that is fictionalized by reality TV and
Oh my God.
entertainment?
I think what's fictionalized, what I think is fictionalized is you women actually thinking that there's not much difference between us. Because you saw those women.
Oh, no.
You know, ma'am, you asked me, you saw those women. You saw those women at the end of 6 weeks. At the end of 6 weeks, men had built a functional shelter. They had killed large prey. They had fished. They had actually repaired the net to capture lots of fish. Men were living well. Matter of fact, the only guys that had been taken off that island were due to actual falls and injuries. In week 5, women were still trying to lead by French toast committee. We know how to run a world we built. There are not enough women over here doing these jobs to sustain the population of women over here. There are enough men over here doing these jobs today to sustain the population of men today because it's happening. That is the fundamental math you cannot get around. There are not enough women today doing the jobs to sustain a population of women who are not. You need us to live.
Is there then not an argument to be made that if there are these men that
Can you at least acknowledge that before you make another argument?
Yeah, I'm gonna. What I want to add.
Can you acknowledge it before you add? Can you acknowledge before you add? Because I don't like women moving the goalposts.
No, I hear what you're saying. Of course,
but you have not acknowledged it.
How would you? I'm not.
Would you agree or disagree? Okay, would you agree that there are men running the infrastructure and environment and men over here not running? But we have enough men running the infrastructure and environment to where these men don't have to. Would you agree? That's the current setup.
Saying that there are men that are dependent on the other men that are running the infrastructure?
Yeah, the current setup, yes.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Would you also agree that in the current setup, there are not enough women running the same set infrastructure to provide for the same population of women using the infrastructure?
Yeah, of course. I'm not disagreeing with that.
All right, ma'am. Well, if that's the case, what you're saying is the women who are in the minority over here can keep it running at a level to where what you're basically saying is you can't. I don't know if you understand the math of this, but I'm not trying to be funny, but you're basically trying to say a minority of women that already exist can keep an infrastructure running that it requires the majority of men to do. You're basically saying that, let's just give a number to it. Let's say for the infrastructures, women are running the infrastructure at a 20% rate. I'll give you 20%. That means 80% still by men. That makes a total of 100%. Running it for 51% of females and 49% of males. So 80% of the infrastructure is being run for 49% of the males. 20% of women are running infrastructure for 51% of the males. If we look at it, it's just male to female.
Yep.
But if you take that away, you're getting 100% production from the grid. 20% of women cannot produce for 51% of women when it takes 80% of men to produce for 49% of men. It's mathematically impossible.
What percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible? This is not negotiable. It has to be done.
No, I appreciate. I would say 10%, honestly.
Okay, 10%. How much would a man need to make in LA to afford 2 children, a wife, and himself to live an upper class life?
I would definitely say 500,000 or more.
Give me a, don't give me a more. Just give me a number.
650,000.
All right. And do you care if he's black or not?
No, I'm open.
You're 36. You are effectively a luxury room in another bill. No shade, because homeschool, but you want a nanny, you want a housekeeper. So your job description is going to be, I have sex with my husband and I produce his children. And then after the second child is produced, then what? What is your job after the second child is produced? Someone is in the house taking care of it. Somebody's in the house raising it. What do you do? Because you don't want to pay more than 10%.
Can I share some?
Yeah, but I'm hello? Go ahead.
So when I tried dating guys that were like the last gentleman that I was dating, he was a truck driver. And what was coming up was he was expressing that just the way I dress and put myself together, he was intimidated by the way I put myself together. And although I was okay with meeting him where he was at, it became a problem. And so through that journey and kind of looking back at it, I felt like I had to level up my standards because I felt like I kept coming against a wall when I am trying to date somebody for just truly getting to know them.
Well, the problem isn't the truck driver. The problem is why, and when you were 22 years old, weren't you looking to be married?
I was looking to get married.
Okay. You've been engaged?
Yes, I have.
Who called up the engagement?
I did.
Why?
It was emotionally abusive.
Your mother and father were middle class?
Yes.
Why in the hell are you looking for a rich man?
Because the guys, like I said, that I was meeting.
No, ma'am. You're middle class. Your degree is in what?
It was in sociology.
Sociology, one of those useless degrees.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting from you is a woman who has this, I have this look, this air, and that's cool. But you're not an elite. You're middle class, you're from a middle class family, and you're out of your league. And I'm trying to be as political as I can, but oftentimes our women, they get these degrees and they're starting to think you're up here. And your mom wasn't RN, your dad was an x-ray tech. That means you get somewhere between RN and x-ray tech. You got a degree in sociology. You're not making what you made before. You're in finance now. I don't know what that means. Primerica? What is it?
Yeah, network marketing.
Primerica. I know. And how do I know these things, people? Because I don't just talk.
I understand.
Your standard is extremely high. And I'm going to say this in the nicest way I can, but you almost come across as like you're like imposters. Stop defining your success by your bank account and these bullshit ass titles. That's why so many Black women are dying alone. That shit was pushed to our community. It's pushed to every community, but our women bought into it more than anything else. Living single, girlfriend, and now you got a bunch of 45-year-old women telling you, go now, focus on yourself, don't worry about such and so forth. 45 to 70, 45 to 60. I'm like, they at least had some money from Hollywood. You're an accountant. So I'm gonna ask you to move like you don't have this potential to make this money, because it's not really a potential. How would you move if you were a school teacher?
How would I move if I was a school teacher?
How would you move throughout the world if you were a school teacher? If you were a third grade teacher, how would you move in the world? How would you operate? Would you have this lust? Would you this lust for the finer things and don't deny yourself?
No, I feel like I would be content with.
Well, then become a third grade goddamn school teacher and get content. Because that's closer to your reality. That's the only common denominator in all of our relationships.
I don't know. I don't know. It's the patience.
You know what a common denominator is?
Yeah, it's the bottom line. Yes, I know.
No, that's not what a common denominator is.
What
the
is
same
it?
thing.
What is it?
The only common denominator in all of our relationships is us.
Correct. But Men these days, it's difficult because they want their cake and eat it too.
It's always the man, huh?
It could be the woman too, but
no, we're talking about you. So if I talk to all your exes and ask them how did they experience you, what do you think they'd say?
They're gonna give good stuff out. They're gonna say I have a little attitude and my mouth is slick, but that's about it.
That's about it?
Yeah. They gonna say good stuff. I mean, as far as the bad stuff, but they gonna say I'm independent.
Who gives a shit about? No disrespect, man. Who gives a shit that you're a functioning adult? Okay. Nobody cares that you've been holding it down. That means you're taking care of yourself. But you say they're gonna say you got an attitude and a slick mouth, and that's it.
That I'm loving and caring. That I'm loving and caring.
So much so that you got an attitude and a slick mouth. What makes women like you think that that's acceptable?
I speak my mind. If nothing don't feel right, then
that's why you're alone. That's why you're alone. That's why you're alone.
It's hard. I don't want to be
alone. No, it's not hard. It's not hard. Acting right shouldn't be this hard.
Gotcha. I feel like
what do you do for a living?
I'm a bus operator. I work for the city, drive buses.
So you just do what the fuck you want to in the bus? You just speed? You do whatever you want to do? Don't obey the traffic laws?
I do.
Okay, so you can act like right when the white man's money's on the line.
Unfortunately.
See how that works, gentlemen? See how that works when her holding it down is jeopardized? That white paycheck is on the line, then all of a sudden these sassy, slick-mouthed women, they can show act right. Why is it so hard for you to behave?
Because I'm going to express myself. Like if I feel like somebody trying to take control of, not even control, like take advantage of me. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm big-hearted. So if I feel like somebody,
I get so sick of black people with this zodiac shit. I'm a Capricorn. It's hard. All right. So what? Capricorn, it's hard. Well, then what are your alternatives? Buy a dog or a cat and die alone. I mean, it's hard, right? So, hey, you're in LA. You and the cat can eat the same food. We're talking about just simple common decency and respect. And I said, how would your exes tell me they experience you? And you said it. They would probably tell you, I have a bit of an attitude, which is a whole lot, and a slick mouth. Well, see, that's the problem. You ladies are able to talk crazy to men with no consequences. So now what men are doing is just avoiding you. You can't even give it away. And men don't want to tolerate this. We haven't even got to the important stuff because you're just out of control. You said you believe in God.
I believe in Jesus Christ, yeah. The Holy Spirit, yeah.
But you're not a Christian?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Because I'm not living every day I'm not doing it. I'm not living every day. I'm not.
So again, this is why I challenge women when they talk about God. Jesus is like cosmic Santa Claus to be able to give them what they want when they want to. You're undisciplined, man. There's no discipline you're under. No religious discipline. This is why y'all are less quality women than your grandmothers. Your grandmothers submitted themselves to something greater. Y'all submit yourselves to your bag. Yeah. Bus driving bags. That's how low the standard is. I mean, bus driving, whatever job.
Whatever job.
The average black woman makes The average black woman in this country makes $28,000 a year, but they'd rather have $28,000 and no husband. That's a bag. So in other words, you're just talking and dreaming.
Brainstorming, yeah.
No, talking and dreaming. See, I like calling shit what it is.
Manifesting.
Talking and dreaming.
Manifesting, that's correct.
Talking and dreaming. You have no money to start a business, and being an animal spa is going to give you $2.7 million to retire on.
What that have to do with a man?
See, I don't get it.
I get it.
You ain't gonna hit a man because your attitude's too bad. So if you can't behave and act right, ain't nobody gonna want to deal with this. So you're gonna have to take care of yourself till you die. That's what it got to do with it. Because you got a slick mouth and you kind of got an attitude. That means ain't nobody gonna couple with you. That means you got to take care of you until you die. And the job you're working right now is a job. It ain't nothing to retire on. No children, no husband means what happens when you can't work or you get sick. You gonna be on the street.
I understand. Trust, I feel you on that.
So this is why I said, I'm talking, I'm manifesting. That means the Jesus the God I do not follow and the life I don't live, he's supposed to manifest and give me stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna just say this, man. Far too many of our women are just walking around like big children. Y'all are not serious people. At 30 some odd, you know your grandmother? Yep. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. A shit-talking bus driver. The world does not owe you understanding or me understanding. If you have all this trauma, go seek professional help because the rest of us do not have to suffer you. Then women understand and hear that being 200 pounds at 5 foot tall is unhealthy. But yet 80% of our women are overweight and 80% of that is obese. They know the truth. They choose to do something else.
The narrative pushed to us most often is that a guy wants a woman with a big ass. He wants, a thick lady.
Accountability is kryptonite to modern women. You're 24 years old. Is your circumstance harder or easier than your grandmother and your great-grandmother?
Exponentially easier. We have access to information we didn't have.
Exponentially easier, but you're handling it worse. Your grandmother, your great-grandmother actually could work with a black man with more trauma.
Because they understood that the black woman and the black man are on the same side. Now that we are all free and independent and we could do whatever we want to, why would we seek to, be one with the black man? Thank you.
I don't think you know what you're talking about regarding OnlyFans. That's for sure. Because
but I do know what I'm talking about as far as business and making money.
In regards to making money, money comes in waves, and we all have to understand that. And if we all invest successfully, we could.
Where are you investing? Where are you investing?
People are.
Where are you investing?
Average.
Where are you investing?
That's none of your business.
It's a secret.
Declare that.
I accept what you just said, but you said money comes in waves. Granted, we have to invest. Taken. Where's some of the places you're investing?
Yeah,
see, this is what this OnlyFans economy is done. It's let women with really low functioning knowledge, no high value or high ticket skills.
That's not low functioning knowledge.
Well, let's talk. Okay. Every time I've asked you any question about business, and you've asked me a question instead of answering it. And I said, and if it's not you, eat the meat, spit out the bones. But what OnlyFans has done is it's created a bubble economy. Women are rushing to OnlyFans thinking that it's the new .com, the new real estate, and they're realizing that there is no sustainable way to project this out for over 5 years. Now, maybe you don't know that knowledge, but I do. Hafez has been he's tried to be as measured as possible. I came in and tried to be as measured as possible. And what are we getting? We're getting attacked. We're getting anger. You don't know nothing. You don't know. What I do know is of all the business people on this platform, the people who are going to have long-term success are not you.
Men have no place at all to say how women should and shouldn't.
We have every place. We built the goddamn world you live in.
No, you didn't.
The platform you're on is built by men.
I'm going to say
nobody made this about men or women.
Do not get paid unless I stay here. So
this is what tends to happen whether it's OnlyFans, TikTok, Instagram, and when women can't handle it, they leave. This is the point. This is about business. Business isn't offensive, but when people in their lack of knowledge gets exposed, they get offended. They call themselves experts and business owners and everything else. You're online strippers, but make a little bit of money. Congratulations. I'm good with escorts. I'm good with strippers. But when someone like Hafiz or myself tries to sit down and talk to you about your level of ignorance, you're offended. Your ignorance is what offends you. And it's offensive to me that you're going to try to make this about men and sexism. This is what the world has done. It's got little pampered princesses who can get online, make some money, and think that they're on the same level as men who built this world, and they are not. That's what you just saw them leave, because they can't go get onto Wall Street, Main Street, anywhere, into a bank, into anybody's business to be taken seriously with their so-called business plan or their go-to-market strategy.
I just want to know why you have such a negative opinion of Black women.
Do you really want to start that way off with me?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Are you single or are you married?
I was married. I am
You're
single now.
You divorced?
I am divorced.
How long you been divorced?
Since I was 40.
Any children?
I have 4 children, 7 grandchildren.
Any sons?
I have 2 sons, 2 daughters.
Are they married, your sons?
My sons are not married.
Mm-hmm. What am I?
Neither are my daughters.
What am I asking Black women to do that your sons would disagree with?
I think my sons kind of look at me and they don't want to be married to Black women.
I said, what am I asking Black women to do that your sons would disagree with?
I'm not sure.
Your sons look at you and they don't want to be married to Black women?
Yes.
Do they love you?
Yes.
Then why don't they want to be married to what looks like you?
I'm a very forceful woman.
Mm-hmm. So what was the initial question you asked me?
Yeah, what about Black women don't you like?
Probably the same thing your son don't like about you.
That could be true.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to admit it, but I do. Like, I'm half a man. I'm just a pretty girl. And I don't think that I should have to accept less in life.
Men don't care about fair. We conquer. It's winners and losers. Right? You're half a man.
I didn't know that only men were part of conquering.
Well, name me some great female warriors that have dominated the planet.
Well, I mean, I'm learning new education here, which is only men conquer.
No.
I mean, that's what you're telling me, right?
No. Well, see, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to switch that. I'm asking about fairness. And I said about fairness. Why is fairness so important? You said because you're half a man.
Because if you expect something of me, I should be allowed to expect the same of you. And if you can't offer me that, you don't deserve to be in my life.
But that has nothing to do with fairness.
It has everything to do with fairness.
No, fairness means you get an opportunity. Fairness doesn't mean you get an out. Just like, you know what? How many times you've gotten to a club into VIP for free when some ugly chicks had to pay full price?
Is that my fault?
No. I've asked how many times it happened before you go down that path.
I mean, plenty of times in Miami.
Exactly, but that's not fair, is it?
Well, please don't forget I'm not from here.
But that's not the point, ma'am. That's not fair, is it?
I also don't care about those things.
But so you only care about fairness when it doesn't benefit you.
I just don't go to clubs that often.
But that's not the point. I asked you, how many times you've gone to a club where you got in for free, where ugly chicks or less attractive chicks had to pay? And you know that's happened. You didn't say, excuse me, sir. Even though I'm attractive, I demand that you charge me full price. That's fair, right?
Okay, so because I into places and get
that fair?
That means that I should get
fair. Before we go there, I'll answer your question if you at least answer mine. Is that fair?
Life isn't fair.
Well, if that's the case, you accept it in the sexual marketplace too.
It doesn't mean I have to accept other people's bullshit.
No. Well, see, the thing is, ma'am, see what you've proven, like many feminists and many women, you're okay with the double standards that benefit you. But the ones you don't like, you just throw at the wind, use sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right to deflect and dismiss guys who are normally intimidated by this thing. I'm not. I'm just challenging your positions. You're okay with it not being fair when it benefits you. Name me 5 great female inventors or builders. Madame Curie.
5 inventors or builders? That's a really great question. That really is.
I'm saying that you came at me with the same line. I've had to put up at 31 years old and deal with men's bullshit. You're living in a first world country. You're in Miami, one of the most posh places on the planet, complaining about double standards that you participate in. The nerve.
I corrected you that I don't go to clubs. So you're
Hey, ma'am, I just gave an example. You've been to clubs. I didn't say you continue to go. That's not the point now, is it? But see, that's another way of you trying to get me online and then correcting me because I'm a dumb man. I get the point.
No, you're very rude and very aggressive.
No, I'm very direct. And when you were doing this to the men, you had no problem showing your dick. No, I know that you don't give every man a chance is what I do know.
You don't. Well, actually, you don't know that at all.
Okay, are you saying that you are the one female on the planet that will give every man who wanted you a shot?
No, I am not.
Okay, then I can assume that was correct. Let's move on. The issue is that men are not the ones complaining about the state of relationships and dating as much as women are. Women wanted freedom of choice. Women wanted to be able to have sex with who they wanted to, marry who they want to, love who they want to, work where they want to, not work where they want to, go every place that men could go. You are the most free, most liberated group of women that ever existed on the human history, and yet you're the most unhappy. 1 in 4 out of you on some sort of psych meds. The marital rate is dropping with modern women. What else do you want men to do? We've civilized the world in general. We don't even have wars. You can do whatever you want to. And you're still not happy with the world that men built.
And you met a guy who wants to be married, marriage-minded, your kind of guy. How long do you think from meeting him on day one, do you think it should take before you're engaged?
I would say a year.
And how long from being engaged before you marry?
I wouldn't want it to be that long. So maybe like 2 years.
2 years of engagement? Is that what I'm hearing? 2 years of engagement?
Yeah, actually, yeah, 2 years.
Okay, so a year before you engage, 2 years engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Buy a dog, die alone. You're not a traditional woman. Are you a virgin?
No.
You're not a traditional woman. And I'm saying this, ma'am, you women want traditional outcomes. Weddings, white dresses, and you're schizophrenic, psychotic non-virgins with trust issues.
Interesting. So
But the first thing I asked you for the marriage about, you said companionship.
Oh yeah, like partnership.
There's no. You can't make this shit up.
I mean, I would love to build an empire with the man I'm with.
Build an empire, lady. You cut hair for them.
I mean,
empire what?
I have other goals like real estate. And
oh Jesus! He said it. Real estate, right?
Why?
Real estate. She's the stylist, the hair stylist with the real estate. You can't make this shit up. I want an empire. An empire, yeah. Really? Is it worth getting married and having 2 children if you got to work full time like you do now? For the rest of your life, you got to work just as hard as you're working now. You can't take a break. You got to work because you got 2 mouths to feed. Mm-hmm. Is it worth it?
I feel like that would be a little bit of a struggle. I would want to be there for my kids.
She said it.
Yeah.
Women today want to be luxury married or single. You guys are so fucking lazy. Like I said, this isn't a black thing, folks. This is a modern thing. You heard it. I put the question. You got to work like you do today, and you're willing to do that. But in order to enhance your life with a husband, a mate, someone to chronicle and walk through life with you, and you would get 2 children, That is not enough of a benefit. You didn't hear her say, well, yeah, I'm going to have to work anyway, right? But I get a husband and kids? Sure. No, I get a husband and kids. I'm supposed to have to do less.
Men have accepted that and adjusted. The difference is the women are not bringing in, women in mass are bringing this. Ask them what you want, you get War and Peace. Ask you what you bring to the table, you can't write it on the back of a stamp. You get access to my body, which is not virgin, which is not even low miles, which you've given to somebody before. And in some cases, you've even shared your womb. You're not even really feminine like women used to be. You don't even have the domestic skills, the home skills. So is it I would submit today that modern women are asking for an unfair deal from modern men.
So we should go back to 1950 and make it more fair?
Well, I tell you what's happening is the men have accepted this and they're deciding to, I am either not going to play this game because I cannot earn what these guys around you are earning, and they're just opting to walk away. And the men who are earning that have an overwhelming amount of options. They have a plethora of options. Men in the top 10%, top 5%, I'm 51 years old and I can pick whatever I want because women all want the same kind of man. And if you have options just like you're not going to do what? Settle.
This compilation was straight fire because Kevin didn't just debate these women, he exposed the core delusions that keep so many modern sisters single, angry, and blaming everyone but themselves. Kevin proved time and again that masculine energy in women, disrespect, overtalking, entitlement, repels high-value men faster than anything else. Men, this is your reminder. Never negotiate with chaos. Vet hard, hold frame, and walk from any woman who brings drama instead of peace. Ladies, if you're still defending the attitudes in these clips, you're proving Kevin's point. Real femininity submits to truth, builds with a man, and drops the ego. The women who listened leveled up. The ones who fought stayed single. Kevin's voice is gone, but the message is eternal. High value demands high standards, no exceptions. If this compilation woke you up or had you yelling at the screen, smash that like, share your top savage moment in the comments, and most importantly, go support Kevin Samuels' original channel. They're still uploading the raw, game-changing truth. Stay grounded, stay masculine. Masculine Academy, we out.